Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Explain 12. I'm back with my project that I originally made for Explain 12. My simple autopilot project which interacts with the aircraft much easier than the manipulation of the buttons in the aircrafts. So, this version is for the original project with mouse scroll wheel support. I already had a negative review that it didn't work, but it does. It's just different from the other one where it is a macro. There's no macro here. It's an A we can push, and then it would open, and push the cross and it would close. You can pull the window wherever you want it to be. See, it remembered it is just for the next flight. It would have reset to the original position. It has integration for the radio. You see, we can adjust the radio frequencies as we like. Just remember that when you go down here, you have to go up again. There's a little limitation that's made. There would be an easy fix for that in the future, maybe, depending on how useful it is. And pressing over here would change the standby frequency to the active frequency, and the same here for the nav2. And you can actually see and hear that it's actually doing what it's supposed to. See. Okay. Up here we have the values, and the values has a quick function and a slow function. See, now it's slow. If I click anywhere in here with a mouse click, doop, there, see, now it's 10. It's changing at a time. And the same here. That's nice. And here it's 4,000. See, now it's slow. Easy peasy with mouse scroll wheel support. And you have the autopilot modes, and they're going to green when they are engaged. When they are armed, they would be yellow. And that's how it is. And it's made to work with the default airplanes. There's also another way to open and close this menu, and it is by going into your settings and go to a key binding, and then you see here LN autopilot window. I have assigned it for a button, and then I can just push that button instead for opening and closing it, but the A is still there. So you have both options. There's just not an option to remove this text. That's how it is for now. So it's pretty easy. And now I would demonstrate a little bit of the autopilot here. See, and now the auto throttle also works without the autopilot to be engaged, like a separation, you know. And scroll here, then we switch to the GPS. And one more. We can go from the nav1 and nav2 for the autopilot to work with. And now I'm gonna press my button here to reset our QNH. That's another project you can find on the store if you would like that. It still works, even it was made for Explain 11, so that's nice. And here we go. Pretty simple. And I like this feature with the mouse scroll wheel support more than the other project I made first for Explain 12 here, even it was the last version for Explain 11. So we are airborne, and we just engage the autopilot. There we go. Works easy. And just gonna set it for the flight level change, so it would continue 160 knots and climb as good as possible. You can see if I lower it, it raises the nose to catch up with the main speed I have just selected. We can go on heading mode. We can then take a map, because I'm not familiar with the VR stations in the area, and then we just auto-tune it. So you can say it's both good and bad with the frequency here, because you already can choose directly from the X-Plane Simulator, but that's how you can do, you know. So here we go. Now we're trying to intercept, and you would see whenever it's intercepting, it goes to green, and that's the main mode. So green means it's active. The yellow is like an armed mode, like it's getting there, and then they would switch to green when it is at the altitude. In this case, the arm for the altitude would illuminate, get white again, and it would be green because we're reaching our altitude. And that's basically how it works as it is right now. Always remember to integrate at a 45 degrees angle to a track to or from the VR stations, just a side note. So, pretty simple little tool. It works with most of the default aircraft. What you have to know that there are some limitations, because I am limited with the see, now it intercepts and it goes to green, and now in a moment the plane would start turning to intercept the nav as it should. As it gets closer, we can then try show it here, help it a little bit, and now it intercepts. See, now it catches up with it, and then it should track the nav just like usual, you know. But see, there is a limitation, and it's not my project, it's actually in the simulator, because you see down here we have if this is not on, I won't get any readings. So there are some limitations I'm running within, but my project runs with the default code, so works with most default aircraft as possible. You have to understand that in X-Plane there's a lot of codes, and those code has been changed over time, and I tried to find the sweet spot with the codes, and they are changing again over time. So in the future, some of the codes may not be working. So I found a sweet spot back when I was making it for X-Plane 10, 11, whatever it was when I started originally. So it's not a new project, it's an old project that I just have continued with. So I hope you would enjoy my project. Please share with people your experiences, and I hope you really would like it. So thank you for watching, and see you out in the skies. Bye bye.